Hello! Welcome back. It's time to play Minecraft, a continuous, minimal edited Let's Play series. I'm Jackson Dynamite. You're in a place I call Uber Earth. It's the place of all Ubers. Are you being a person of do? Are you getting things done today to better your life and the lives of the people around you? Do you have steak in your hands? Do you? Last time we talked about love. We talked about love. Okay, we did. We talked about love being a decision. That was the last episode. If you don't care about love, don't go back and watch it. If you're ever going to be in a relationship, it might be something you want to listen to. We're back. So a continuous Let's Play right where we left off. Classic Let's Play style. If you're new to the series, we don't do anything big and grandiose. We just play a little bit at a time. It's why we call it It's Time to Play Minecraft, because I find a little pocket of time and I play some Minecraft. A few episodes ago, we built this bridge. I did want to go back and add a couple of more things to it. So we're going to build this bridge a little bit more. We're going to add some things to it to see if we can spruce it up a little bit. And so that's what we're going to do. So what are you doing? So there, we got that. And do I want to... Oh, there we go. So we're going to add some string there. Oh, yeah. I like that already. I do. I really do. So yeah, we're just gonna customize this. I might actually, if we do this pretty quickly, the other thing I might do is start edging out a wall, and we might start just kind of building a path, because this does lead eventually to a nether portal. This also leads, it's not a direct path, but it leads up a hill. There's not a way to do it, but it leads to like a witch's cave and another town. So I think starting a path down that way would be kind of cool to see what that looks like for the area here. So today we're going to talk about something special. We're going to talk about something very special. We're going to continue the idea of relationships. Again, playing a classic Let's Play style. I want to bring, the value I want to bring is because I've been married for over 20 years, maybe some insights that I have into a relationship in general, whether you're married or not. Relationships can... it's universal. Most of us are going to be in a relationship at some point. And even with our parents and our people around us in our house, we have relationships of sorts that some of this advice might even play into that. So maybe it adds value to you, maybe it doesn't. If not, we're just hanging out playing some Minecraft. So here we go. Remain in solidarity with the other person, especially when he or she is suffering or struggling. Love sits by the bedside, even when it's painful to watch. That's huge. When you're in a relationship with somebody, man, there's times, I think sometimes even guys, we want to solve problems, right? It's like the Home Depot. We want to get things done and get things done better. The weekend's here, so here we go. Yeah, but sometimes we can't solve the problem. Sometimes it's something that our significant other, our spouse, needs to figure out on their own. But what you can do is you can be a quiet observer. You can let them know, hey, I'm here. Can I just bone meal? Oh, I can bone meal that. Can I bone meal the under? Well, you can just bone meal the dirt. So sometimes just sitting by and letting that person know that you are present is also helpful. Even if you didn't solve their issue, their problem. It's that person knowing you love me, you care for me, you're choosing to be here with me, even if you can't fix the problem I have. The solidarity of being like, I got your back, I'm here. What can I do? What do you need? Sometimes they just need you to leave them alone. And that's cool. Don't take offense to that. Sometimes they need you to maybe make them some tea. Sometimes they just want to sit next to you. And sometimes if it's a hard thing in life, maybe they're going to cry and they just need you to be quiet. Hold them and sit next to them. Or none of the above, but talk to them, listen to them, see what they say. And it's going to be part of your relationship. There's going to be parts of your relationship where this is going to come up. And you need to understand you do not have all of the answers. You don't. And you can't, guys, you can't always solve it. And ladies, you can't always solve it. You can't always solve your significant other's problems. But what you don't want to do in those situations is make their problems trivial. Is to say, why are you complaining about that? Why does that bother you so much? Like, you want to support them. You can talk them through it, be supportive, but talk them through it, right? Because sometimes I think we live in our own little bubbles and we want to just do the thing we want to do, or we might think that what's weighing them down is insignificant, but it's not to them. And we need to realize that it's not insignificant to them. So you got to pay attention to that in the relationship. Now, if you bone meal this sucker, does anything happen? Oh, you get more. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think I want that many, but interesting. But look what we're doing here. We're adding some color. We're adding some vegetation. The tree particles are cool. This is neat too. I might get some vines. This is kind of neat how these branches came together with those trees. I like that. I think that's fun. And I did bring some weird stuff. I like the diorite and the coal blocks. I just started thinking like stones, different things down there might be different. Like we're gonna change it up. We're gonna add some of this. You know, we're gonna just see what this does, because the bottoms of little streams and rivers have all sorts of things in them. And some of you are like, I haven't left the house in 10 years. I didn't know that streams and rivers and crooks had stuff in it like this. Yeah, well, that's why you pay attention and you follow the channel, because we talk about things like this. That's right. Anyways, well, that's the topic today. That was it. We did it. We did the topic. Things are going to happen in your life in a relationship. Even like siblings might come to you and be like, oh my gosh, like you might have a sibling who comes to you and says, my 1-year relationship with so-and-so is over. They broke up with me. But they don't need you to fix it and solve it and get advice from you. Maybe they just need you to listen and say, well, you know, tell me about it. Tell me about what you think went wrong, or tell me about what you're going to miss about that relationship, or tell me, yeah, where did it fail, or what could you have done different, or what could they have done different, or in the big picture of things, was the relationship moving in the direction that it should have been? I mean, you're going to spend the rest of your lives together, or was there some writing on the wall that maybe not? I don't know. But sometimes maybe a sibling just wants to listen. They want you to listen, you know? Maybe. Or maybe they want hard advice. Maybe they want you to be a counselor, and you're like, I don't know if I can do that. I'm not trained to do that. And that's true. None of us are really trained. But what we can do is all of us have ears. So the one big thing that I have learned in a relationship for so long is listening is huge. Understanding, oh, I did bring some mushrooms. Understanding that you don't always have to have the answers. And sometimes the other person just wants you to be there for them. And even, like I said a moment ago, even if the thing is not a big deal to you and you're like, I don't know why they're so upset about this, supporting them. This happens sometimes with parenting. Sometimes Mama Dynamite, something will be important to her, and she'll be telling the kids something like, you got to do this, blah, 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 blah. But then to my mind, I'm like, why are we focusing so much on that thing? But we're gonna move forward in solidarity together. I'm not gonna throw her under the bus and undermine her parenting. I'm gonna back her. So even if the thing that she's passionate about, I don't feel the same way, you got to stick together. You can't undermine each other in front of kids. That's a recipe for disaster. Just downright disaster. But that's going to happen too. And sometimes you just got to stick by them in solidarity and say, yep, we're going to do this. This is cool. This is cool. I support you. And then in private later, you can say, hey, you were really passionate about that, and that meant something to you. Can you explain to me why? Because to me, that was like a no-brainer. I wouldn't have done that. But why was that important to you? And then they can explain to you, oh, well, because this, and this. And then maybe it makes sense, and maybe it still doesn't make sense. And that's okay too. But that's part of a relationship. You're going to have lots of things like that. Lots of things that are just going to be like, well, okay. And it's going to happen to you too. You're going to be like, oh man, we need an extra pepperoni on that pizza. And your spouse is going to be like, why did we need an extra pepperoni on that pizza? Why did you make a big deal about it? And you'd be like, I don't know. It's so important to me. And then they're going to be like, okay, okie dokie, Smokey. Yeah. And it's just going to be one of those things. I like what we're doing here. I got a few more bone meal left. So what is another way? I feel like this would be kind of murky. And actually, we could probably do some of this, because I think it would look like this too. Because when this turns dark, I feel like that darkness there would be cool. Even some coarse dirt in here might be cool. but we'll just see. Bink, bink. But yeah, this is all I was looking to do. I just wanted to play around with this little stream and give it some character. And you notice too, I brought like 5 of various blocks. I was like 5 diorite, 5 dark cobblestone, 5 of this, 5 of this, because I'm like, I'm just gonna throw it in there. 3 of those suckers there, just throwing it in. I don't know what it's gonna do. Some leaves. We could do some more leaves. Yeah, let's go back. Let's take a snooze in the new house here. If you haven't seen the new house, we lifted up this porch an episode ago or so, and then inside we flipped everything around, rearranged it a little bit, but just to make the house a little more make sensible. Is that a thing? Make sensible? We made the house a little more make sensible. Okay. But yeah. So you gotta show support to your significant other. Be present, be available to them. Whatever they're going through, the challenge at the time. That's what you need to do. And sometimes, I would dare say in a relationship, sometimes it might be frustrating to listen to the person in your life that maybe they're complaining about, like I said a moment ago, about what's important to them but not to you. Sometimes that might be frustrating. And that's okay. But your challenge in those situations is to love them. Remember, you decided to love them. It's a choice. So in those situations, you have to stick by their side. Because it's not a great relationship if they get into these moments where they're trying to work through something and you're gone and you don't care. That's a little weird. I think this is where I had all these flowers and shegrass and stuff. I don't know if I had a case for the miscellaneous stuff. I feel like those were in there. Lead City. I got lots of duration. I don't know how I made duration. Do we have bamboo? That's my golems at work right there, guys. Right there. That chest shows you perfectly. And that chest too. Okay. Let's I don't feel like I have one, so let's pop that there and throw some bamboo in there. I don't think I have a place to make bamboo here. Maybe I will take some out and grow some outside. You know where we'll grow some? We'll grow some around the corner here. Oh, man. I like this area, too. I feel like when we made this, I like this. The mixture of the walls and the fencing, and I don't know what it is about it. I just really like it. Let's see. Maybe right here. Just something random. Just make a big old block of them. So if we need to harvest those, they're there. Some people might be saying, what is this? Well, this was supposed to be. So this is, again, we had, there's a website where you can look at palettes of blocks. And I had this idea once to create palette block sculptures based on people who comment on my videos. And for anybody who knew that and commented, and I never made a sculpture because I only did it once. I love the idea of doing it. Again, it came back to why I do a continuous minimal edited series. It was a lot of time. It was extra time away from family and stuff. So I just decided I made the one, it's there. But yeah, again, if we got more time, I'd love to do it. I'd love to be able to make those sculptures for people, but we just didn't do it. But yeah, I think what we did over here, I can't think offhand. Oh yeah, I think I want to get rid of this. But from the bridge, look at that. I love the seagrass, how it moves back and forth. Coarse dirt. Do we have coarse dirt? I can only think that coarse dirt might be my last thing. Maybe even some sand. Coarse dirt in there. Let's look. Ooh, sipping the coffee. Coarse dirt. Yeah, see, man, they're lost. All right, coarse. Oh, see, and then diorite goes up there, but they don't know that. End up. All right, I got a little sand and I got a little dirt. Is that how you make coarse dirt? Isn't it a mixture of sand and? Is it a mixture of sand? Is it like this? I'm thinking it's something else. Dirt. It's sand and gravel. Ooh, Shadow Stevens for the win. Sand and gravel. And I just did it, and I'm doing it again. Dirt. Ooh, dirt and ground. Oh my gosh. I just looked, and then I can't do it. Let's get a bunch of those. Let's get some of those. Actually, in gravel, you know what? Gravel and sand, these might be my last building blocks for this. Can I make it across the whole little pond? Onto the bridge. Oh, I give it a 2.4. 2.4. Let's see here. We do have a little bit of gravel. Ow, 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 ow. We got a little bit of gravel there, but maybe over here, maybe we get rid of this and we add in some, what the heck? We add in some gravel. We add in a little bit of a new block called What the Heck is Going On Here? All right, now let me add some sand maybe. I like that. We'll get some sand there. I'm covering up some of the blocks that I made, but we can do that. A little gravel, and I think I want to get rid of a little bit more in here. What is lighting going to look like in here? We just said that. I think we said that a few minutes ago, but what are we going to do for lighting in here? Anybody have any thoughts? All right, so I'm going to get rid of these blocks. Let's just go in here, and anywhere we have a blank block, let's do a couple more over here. Let's just add some coarse dirt to kind of change it around. But lighting. Lanterns could be good. What is it? Is it sea pickles that glow? What are the other stuff? What are the other things that glow? Under the water. What can grow under the water? Boom, boom, boom. Oh, yeah, it's going to look good. Do that there. And then, is there one in here? We'll just do that one. We'll get that flower back out, but then we will, why do we do that? Do you do that when you play Minecraft? Do you, I feel like I watch a lot of Let's Play series. I love classic Let's Play series. So anytime, I'm chilling on the front porch, I'll flip the phone open and I will type in classic Let's Play episode 1 and see if, and then filter it by new and see if anybody's making new ones. I love that experience of watching someone for the first time do a Let's Play Minecraft series and seeing if I find a new fan favorite, you know, someone where the personality, you know, rings a bell with me, and I'm like, oh, this is fun because the classic Let's Play is my favorite. And but do you do that when you play? Do you get hurt in game and go, oh, ow, ooh, ooh? I feel like a lot of us, maybe it's just me, I feel like a lot of it now is it's habitual. We just do it. Paper maker, and this one's making sugar over here, but I don't think it makes as much sugar. Let me just say that, honey. All right. Last things, let's get some lanterns, and maybe we get some like posts. Let's see. Do we have? Can you make cobblestone posts? Yeah, you can. That's what I want. I'm not going to need that many. But then just do this. Let's get this. Boom. Lanterns. Boom. Now, do we want... How do you make... Let's see. How do you make... You can make copper torches in the game now. How do you do that? You take copper, maybe ingots, and you surround. Let's see. Bink. Is this like? I'm trying to. Nope. 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 You can make, is it copper torches? You can make copper torches. Coal. Well, I guess we're gonna have to go on without it, because we'll come back in. We can make lanterns. I want to make. I was thinking making some. Okay. I made it. some copper lanterns so that they oxidize would be kind of cool because it's out here by the water. But something like this, maybe even something simple, helping us get across the bridge. I think that's smart, wicked smart. We can put one here, and yeah, that would definitely be growing moss and stuff. But I think over time, we maybe even making something come up and having one hang over the bridge could be cool. But maybe down here, a person just decided to put a little lantern. Okay. To mark their way. Let's put it right there. Just a little bit of light and get rid of the torch. There we go. And then maybe if I can get some of the stuff that glows underground, or glows. Did I say glow? Glows underground. Maybe we can do that. And I think we've got everything we need. I think we're good. I like what we did there. I think the only thing missing in my head is some of the seagrass or grass growing up out of the little creek there. And that would be done by bone meal and putting dirt, maybe like on 2 blocks. So let's get some more bone meal. Let's do it. So what are your final thoughts? Solidarity with the person that you're with. Solidarity. I encourage you to do it. There's going to be lots of times in any relationship that you have. There's going to be tons of times where you might not be able to fix the problem with the other person or fix the thing that happens. Like maybe their favorite uncle passes away. That's super hard to get through. But sometimes you don't need to talk, or you just need to be there for them through the good times. And that's why they say that at weddings. Good times and health till death do us part. Sickness and health, good times and bad. That's the gist. So we do something like this. And that is not grass. So we'd have to wait for grass to grow there, I guess. And there. So I'll wait for grass to grow there. Actually, no. I will go real quick. Let me go back. Boop, 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 boop. Whoop. Try to save time, but I think I didn't save time. Okay. And let's see. I actually have grass blocks, so let's just do it right the first time. Oh, he's putting dirt in there. You stinker. This is where the dirt goes, dude. Dirt. All right. Get some food. Here's last things now. Here we go. Oh, we made it again. 3 times. Whew. No bad guys yet. We're good. We're doing real good. So I added that right there. There we go. And now, yes, that's what I wanted. So I put this here, and oh yeah, that's what I wanted. And then maybe over here, we didn't do a lot over here. So do something like that. And then maybe we just bone meal that a little bit. Like that. I like it a lot. I think the only thing we could do later is vines. I think like one vine just hanging down over this. I think that looks fun. It's, again, this is not something you're going to take a boat down. This is just the water came in from that pond, made a little pond over here. And I think over time we can do the same thing to this. This could be a project. Just glamming up this pond, making it our little fishing pond. It's going to be good. All right, let's go stand by it. Stand by your pond. Is that a thing? I don't think that's a thing. Let's just do this. All right, that's all the time we have. So the moral of the story, love is a decision. We talked about that last time. It's a decision. It's not a feeling. Feelings come and go, but it's the decision. And when you make that decision and you commit to lifelong love and stay with that person till death do you part, there's going to be times where you just got to stay with them through solidarity. And again, I repeat, if you're in a toxic relationship, you got to get out if it's toxic. if it's toxic. So, well, if you got a question about relationships, throw in the comments. And maybe instead of me using a book, I'll just go by the comments of people throwing stuff out there. And let's wrap this baby up. We'll see you next time. Oh yeah, if my wife's watching, I love you. If my kids are watching, go to bed. Hey, go to bed. And if you're watching, do all the stuff that you do on social media. I don't even know what it is. And we'll see you next time. Ta-ta.